Joining us this morning. Good to see you.
Hi, thank you so much for having me today. I appreciate it.
You don't have to do a lot of motivating today. That was exciting.
Yeah, no, I think the Phillies have done it all for me. There's not much that I have to do. It's such an amazing game. I feel all of Philadelphia is motivated just by seeing them play.
We just ride so high, though, on emotions. Like, our hearts are on our sleeves. It's like we bleed whatever team our colors, certainly red for our Phillies right now. And we're, like, all in. And I think that, not like we have to take the extra credit, but it's like that stadium rocks. It vibrates. It's loud. We're making noise. What do we do as we go into, the series? With Houston, because I'm a little nervous, they're good.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, they're a good team. All props to them. But we got to remember, in Philadelphia, we know what we're doing. We are a very good team as well, and we have to keep that momentum going. We've got to remember what we've done, remember what it's taken as fans and as players to get here, and just keep riding with that. We don't want to really change too much because what we've done has been working so right now. So just keeping that momentum going, keeping that energy up, keeping in tune with what we've been doing, and continuing to do that.
Yeah, we're certainly passionate here. So how do we keep our emotions in check here when we deal with the highs and lows of winning and losing?
Of course, it's been said that life's all about peaks and valleys, right? We have those good times. We're on a mountaintop right now, that peak. But then when we're in those valleys, we have to remember, look, it is temporary. And life is all about moments. Life is temporary. Moments are temporary. So in the good moments like this, we want to enjoy it. We want to let ourselves feel that. And in the difficult moments, we want to say, hey, you know what? We're going to make this through. But at the same time, remember, it is temporary. That's the beauty and also the downside of moments such as this, such as life.
Sometimes there's a little bit of a Philly thing, which is like we can't have nice things, and there's like a little like Eeyore. It's like, I knew they were going to take it from us. I knew they were going to pull the rug out from underneath us at the last minute. Lucy with the football. How do we get over that? Because I feel like that's one of those, like every single time there's an error or something happens, we're like, I knew it. I knew they couldn't catch. I knew they couldn't do it.
Right, and growing up in the Philadelphia area, I 100% know that feeling, and I've had that myself. But I think what's important to understand is that we can't let something that maybe happened in the past affect our future. That happened before, but it's not a guarantee that these things will happen again. We need to focus on what it is that we can control. What we can control is being the best fans that we can be, supporting our team, and making sure that we're there for them, and making sure that stadium's rocking, and doing what we need to do. We can't focus on things that happened in the past or things that we cannot change. So just continuing to stay focused and do all the things that have gotten us to where we are
because
right now.
We are invested, as I mentioned. We're invested financially. We're invested emotionally. Not just the Phillies. I mean, fortunately, we can say that, we're riding high here. But we have other teams, other sports teams that we hit our lows. How do you deal with the losses, the postseason losses, the regular season losses, to move forward and maintain that positive attitude?
Absolutely. What's important to remember is that something good comes from every situation. When we lose, you know what that does? People get into the film room, they're studying, they're working on their craft so they can become better in some type of way so that you can work towards becoming a champion, right? So instead of focusing on, man, we lost, this is a waste, all these things happen, instead we want to say, okay, yes, that wasn't the outcome that I wanted, but look at all the good that came from this. What good came from this situation? How can I take this and become better in some type of way?
So you're saying lock yourself in a room and scream at the top of your lungs and use every expletive there is to get through that loss. No, I hear you.
And I also love that everybody's been all in on this ride right now that we're on, that, the Wells Fargo Center, the Flyers guys opened up the, Wells Fargo for everybody. Oh, so that was Wells Fargo. Yeah. So this is down at the watch party that they had right there, and all the players have been supporting, and even the Phillies players, after they win, they go over to like Chicky and Peaks and they ride the bull, and like we're all like celebrating together. I mean, that's like magic. It feels like what we just did when we won the Super Bowl. Unlikely people coming together, and we have that just magic situation.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of sports, too.
And it's not just for fans. I mean, it's also for the athletes. I know you deal with mental health. I mean, athletes, they live it. They want to experience the highs and the lows. How do they balance it?
Of course, and as an athlete, it's important to make sure that you're doing what you need to do to keep yourself balanced, and that is finding little goals, little things that you can take away, right? When you think about baseball, this is a sport that is built off of failure. If you hit the ball 3 out of 10 times, you're in the Hall of Fame. And so as a baseball player, an athlete, you need to say, okay, you know what? In these difficult moments, in these losses, there is still good that will come from it, and I can build off of those to then learn in a better way so I can get that win or that success that I'm looking for.
Thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Hopefully we'll just be riding this wave of winning success.
If not, we'll call you. But
yeah.
Hopefully we won't need it. Scott, thanks. Appreciate it. It's just about 7:39, a celebration for the